From what I have just read, it's clear that this passage is talking about advantages and disadvantages of mobile phones. And this is important because the choices we have been given contain only information which will be relevant to us. Those choices contain information that will befit the blank spaces and therefore produce the intended meaning. That's why it's good to read the passage without the answer so that you will know the message that is being relayed. Remember, some of the choices provided can even deform, they can distort the argument that has been developed. And that's why we are advised to choose the best alternative from the choices given. So this will be based on what is the message. We have got to analyze this passage critically. We ought to be analytic in the choice of the items we go for. We ought to look at the argument's line of thought before we arrive at the expected answer. We now move on to question 1 and use the same logical thinking, bearing in mind that only one answer will give us information related to the mobile phones. So question 1 says this: today, most people have mobile phones. It's actually not. Today, most people have mobile phones. It's actually not to imagine how we ever lived without them. It's actually not possible, not right, not easy. It's not easy to imagine how we ever lived without them. This question was testing the candidates on their correct choice of a phrase which takes the preposition to. Looking at the structure of the sentence, whatever the expression is going to be, it has to semantically agree in context. It must be semantic and in line with the context being developed. And that's why the answer is C in question 1. It's not easy. It's actually not easy to imagine. If it's not easy, then it's difficult to imagine. Now, what makes choice D not correct is because the question is preceded by a negative, the word not. So we cannot say it's actually not difficult to imagine. If we put it that way, then it's going to alter the meaning of the sentence. So choice D is defeated on that logical thinking of the message being relayed. We move on to question 2.